This is the BandSaw model H130HA-C fully automatic horizontal bandsaw.
And what do we got? Console, obviously you're looking at it. Discharge table, discharge clamp, saw clamp, feed clamp in back. And we have all the top clamps laying on the floor here, all three of them for nesting. They all work fine, other than we wanted to run one bar here today and maybe cut off one piece, so those kind of get in the way for running a small single bar. As you're coming around here, we got the auger motor right down low here. Obviously the arm, which is in down position, we can raise it. We're running a small water system down below here for the blade, which works well. And again, this is the feed vise here and feed table. And another top clamp for the feed vise down here. As you come around on the feed table here, you've got the DC motor right here, which is the integral part of that CCF system that they use, the computer, to calibrate and determine the length of your feed. So that's the motor right there. With documentation on top here, we got a book on the frequency drive. We got some of the book printed out just for that CCF computer, but the whole thing is on a small USB stick here, which covers the entire saw. And there's the third top clamp right there laying on the floor. And your whole hydraulic manifold, hydraulic system, drive motor, 10 horse drive motor, and filter system, chiller with a fan basically for the oil. Disconnect, we're powered up. It's got a new Durapulse drive on it, frequency converter. Oh, and the panel's down low. You can take a quick peek. I've got it kind of unbuttoned here. It's in nice shape really. It's all pretty clean, so for the switch gear. And as we come around, yeah, we can power it up and check a few things in manual mode and maybe bring it up and shove a bar in there. Right now I've got a couple of blocks of wood just to make it happy insofar as out of stock switch is concerned. So we'll do a dry run auto cycle first of a couple of feeds, and then we'll take the blocks out, we'll shove that bar up in there and maybe take a cup with the water on, and just to see how all that goes. So power on first. I'll give it a second because right now the Allen Bradley PLC is booting. Once we get a run mode there, we can actually turn the machine on and the hydraulics, which I will do now. And on the computer, I've got program number 1 just for a dry run. You bring it up, program 1, enter. I'm calling for 4 pieces on quantity, and I'm calling for 5 inches on length, and that's pretty much it. So we can leave that alone for the time being. Right now, oh no, we'll do the dry run first because I have the blocks in there. We'll run this program in a minute, and then we'll do the single cut for the bar. So that said, I've got the arm control here off the joystick, and of course, if I leave it up a little bit, it'll only go as far as the segment allows. If you want to see back here, here's the sliding segment with the light on. When you come up on this switch, this guy slides. When you make the switch, the light comes on. That's the return position or home position. So that's why it just stopped right now. And if you stay there for a second, we can kind of show you and even in this position, I can run the blade. I'll put motor on. We've got it set up on the freak drive for SFPM on the display. So after I raise the frequency up and down, I can see what my feet per minute are. We'll end up cutting that bar about 240 or 250 feet per minute. I'm going to turn it on.
Can you swing the console this way?
Yeah. I'm done already, but yeah. That's right up here. So we can raise it lower from here. The keypad's right on here. I'm at 240 feet per minute now, which is about 47 hertz. I'm lowering it down. And when I get off of it, it'll read it out. 195, 190, 190 feet per minute. I'm going to go back up with it now. 38 hertz. You can hear it. 42. There's 50. Just be 250. We'll leave it at 255 feet per minute. That works nice. And that said, All we have to do now is bring up program number 1, which I did before, in the run mode now, though, not the program mode. So I'm going to hit program, run. I'm going to hit run. And now I want program number 1 and enter that. I'll enter it. And that's the first step right there. Right now, the rear feed table is calibrating. It calibrates on the start of every program. It'll sit here for a few seconds, calibrate the distance with the servo motor back there, come back, and we'll be ready to hit the auto cycle. Just take a few seconds. There it is. Now it's sitting at 5 inches and it's calibrated. And actually, the place to start would have been motor off, arm down, and all of these. This is really where you'd start the full auto cycle from, with the arm down from the last cut, and all the vices on green at the 12 o'clock position. Oh, I should put coolant. No, I don't need coolant on. This is a dry cut. Auger can stay off, but all these need to be on, which they are right now. So this is a starting point right here. We would have just finished our end cut, and I hit auto start, and it should go into this program right here. Blade come on, water would come on, arm go up, feed out, and we've got 4 pieces, so we can watch 2 feeds from here maybe, Pete, and we can watch a couple from back there or so. Let's see how it goes. Now as it's coming down, I'm moving real slow. I'll play with the feed as it's coming down, just so you can see. I'm just going to raise the force a little bit. That's really pushing through, but because we're cutting air, I can do that. This will be our second part. Maybe come around. I'm going to slow down a little bit now. Then you see let another feed from back there. This is our third cut, coming up on the last feed. To do it. Out to the last part right here. Actually close out, and the saw blade should stay at the bottom. There it is. And it just starts flashing, looking for the next program. So that said, what I can do now is open up the vices real quick, a little bit, saw vise, take the wood out of there, and let me run the bar up in there real quick, and we'll just do a manual cut one time with the blade actually cutting something. This comes away. We'll run this up in there. And this one comes away. This comes up. Raise the blade. I'll run it out about 1 inch or something maybe, and like that. Oh, it's right there. Looks good to me. We'll close up the vices. Close up the other one. And oh, none of this is level, but just to get an idea of how it works. Oh, and here's the blade guide up front here, so that's that guy. And discharge vise is over here. We're not really using it right now. But that said, we're full up right now, and I'm going to turn on coolant to auto. I'm going to leave my blade speed alone, and what do we got? About a couple inches off the bar. And I'm just going to hit a manual cut, single cut, and we'll see how it all goes. Hope the water makes it this time. I'm at about 600 on the force, so I'm not really killing it. I don't even know what type of metal we're cutting. It's working nice. So that was a force of 600 at about 260 surface peak per minute. So yeah, it comes out pretty good. Bring that up, and yeah, there it is. Yeah, we did a few more earlier today just to practice. So I'm just kind of different feeds and speeds, but it comes out all right. It's a nice running tool. And power off. We're good to go.